Hi guys, welcome to today's video. In today's video, we'll look at a scenario in which Cameroon forms an empire in 2023. Why would Cameroon form an empire? Don't know, but why? Because it's their turn to become strong. We had Germany do this. We had many other nations do it as they declare war on Equatorial Guinea. And yeah, why do they do that? Equatorial Guinea, you could just ask them to join you. To which Cameroon responds, no. Even though France is like, yeah. As long as I have influence over this empire. I think that's area of the CSA Frank or whatever. It's a great idea to secretly colonize. As they go to South Home in principle, they land their ships. They don't invade, but they say, we will invade and shoot our cannons if you don't let it join us. As it became very crazy as they declare war on the Central African Union. And they pretty much don't do that much, but get invaded. They resist as much as they can. But soon it becomes obvious that it's kind of hard to resist. The Cameroon Empire. Cameroon's economy is bustling now, all of a sudden. Everyone's confused how Cameroon's getting so much better. And yeah, in this universe, maybe somebody's playing with it. Who knows? But yeah. The mapping universe, the controller. Well, really the mapper controls the mapping areas. Yep, exactly. And to the point where the last spot of it is left, it falls. And Cameroon is like, yeah, full annexation sounds good. Then they realize their country is too long, so they go attack Chad. Yep, they attack Chad, guys. Why Chad? They're interested in like the southern lands of Chad. Unlike this time, Chad unfortunately can't resist. And so the borders kind of look like this. Technically, I'm going to say this. Technically, the border is where you end occupation, if you think of it. Because look, technically, Cameroon is controlling it. So it doesn't mean technically it's their land. I mean, yeah. No, whatever. And so, with most of Chad collapsed, Chad has sent a peace deal, which they accept to Sudan. And what does this ultimatum set demand? It really demands these lands. And then South Sudan gets one sent, which demands these lands. South Sudan agrees. Sudan agrees. Why would they agree? Because they can't not. They just gave over the land because that was good enough for them. I guess. Because they'd probably lose more land with a full-on invasion, I guess, was one of the risks. Knowing they can't in no way occupy all of Nigeria, because that'd be pretty hard because of all the people. And the population is 200 mil. So they decide not to take it all over and probably create a puppet state. Because it's kind of hard to control too much land. Nigeria, probably the strongest country they're invading so far. Most populated country I think they'll be invading unless Dr. Congo has more people. And so, seeing this opportunity gain land out of it, Gabon, and the Congo join the war, taking all of Cameroon's coast. Okay, this empire might have lost its coast. And then everybody's laughing, thinking this is a humiliation, but this is just a minor setback. As they manage to step right out to Nigeria's capital. And they move around the capital. They encircle Nigeria's capital. I don't know what it's called, but I know that's where its capital is. I know where Lagos is, but that's funny. With them going behind the lines to go to their coast. The coast of Nigeria is the populous area. I guess that makes sense. Most places the coast is. With Nigeria just up and surrendering. Which is bad news for these southern neighbors. Why is it bad news, you may be wondering? Because look, Cameroon Empire is now going to win. Look out. I warn. But will they? Who knows? They have a choice. You always have a choice to give up or continue. With Gabon falling and then the Republic of Congo. Angola, which asks for its exclave. Angola happily passes over their exclave because it's tiny and disconnected, which means it's harder to control when it's disconnected. So they're like, yeah, sure. Hey, they're kind of like the Weimar Republic, if you think of it, exclave on sea as your axis. But what they demand from Niger. Now, this is really big of a deal. Why would somebody... They asked for this. And they gave it, because who wants to go to war when they're surrounded on three sides? No one. And so, the expansion into here was a big one. But their last war into the Congo. But everybody's too scared. But most countries have agreed to peace with them. Except the Congo, who's furious at them. They end up going to war with the Congo. Why? Because they can. Because they're now the world policeman. And then they make good friends with the U.S. Basically, if you're friends with the U.S., they'll defend every move you make. Well, that's why they friend the U.S. They cross over to Kinshasa and take it. So they took the capital of the Democratic Republic of the Congo. Their forces being slow, but steady. And very slow, I mean. And so, this chance that they win the war looks slim because they're so slow advancing in. But without being repelled, looks good for them. With the Democratic Republic of Congo on the brink of collapse, then it does collapse. The first place declares independence. Katanga declares the independent nation of the Republic of Katanga. That's my knowledge of the Democratic Republic of the Congo. And so, at this rate, the attack is getting larger. They're attacking so hard that the country collapses. They even capitulated. And they're made into... And they're forced to give up this much territory. They puppet what's left, just like Katanga asking for it. And the Cameroon Empire is done. But let's look at the glorious Cameroon Empire and see how they broke it down. You will die at how they broke it down. I made this the Nigerian state. I made this into Chad. This into Congo. And then this area in the central Cameroon. So guys, that's how they divided their country. And then the puppets, they're just puppets. There's an alliance called the Cameroon Alliance, I guess, basically. They're all willing to defend each other. All the puppets. puppet of Nigeria, the puppet of Congo, and Katanga is just there. And so, with our newfound strength, they're the strongest country in Africa. Don't know if they're the strongest in the world, but they probably are close. Maybe 5th strongest would be a good place they could possibly be, I think. How about you guys? And that's pretty much all for today's video. Please like and subscribe. Why should you subscribe? We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, and we're about 70-ish subscribers away from it, so please subscribe so we can hit our goal of 1,000 subscribers before September 1st. Wild Mapper out, but not until you subscribe.